So thank you for clicking on this video. In a moment, I'm going to lead us on a mindfulness for creativity meditation. But first, I'd like to explore what creativity is. So I'm going to invite you to take a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper and just jot down as many different uses that you can think of for a pencil. So anything that isn't writing or drawing. So it might be a hairpin or a tent peg. You can break the lead out, you can hollow it out, you could just use the wood or pull the rubber off the end, or maybe there's a bit of metal you could use. If you were stuck on a desert island, what might you use this for? Or what can you think of to use it around the house? And there's no competition here, you're only in competition with yourself. And I'm going to give us a minute and a half to do it. And I'll be doing it as well, but I don't want to distract you with the movement of my pencil, so I'm just going to do it in my head. And yeah, I've got a stopwatch here, so I'm just going to start us now. So what might a child think it was for if they'd never seen one before? Or if aliens found it, what might they think we used it for? And some of these uses might be utterly useless, just jotting down whatever comes into your head. Perhaps you can think of a use for the shavings. Or maybe use the fact that the lead conducts electricity in some way. So we're at the minute mark. Just 15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just stopping wherever you are. It's not a competition, so don't worry if you didn't get that many, but that's called a functional fixedness test. So even if you just thought of one different use for the pencil, then that shows that you have creative capacity. So the reason it's called a functional fixedness test is because we're trying to see past the fixed function that we project onto the pencil. And when we do that, when we kind of are curious about other uses for things, about potential of objects around us, it actually breeds curiosity, because we have this kind of restrictive view of something, but actually it opens up possibilities. And we can, when we apply that not just to objects, but to our relationships and to abstract concepts, then we can really foster creativity in ourselves. So if you think of some of the most famous creative ideas, like Dyson seeing an industrial vacuum and just mixing it with a household Hoover, it was a pre-existing concept just being seen in a new light. And we can foster that curiosity and creativity in ourselves through meditation by bringing curiosity to something we see and feel every day, which is the breath, and seeing if we can apply that curiosity as though each breath is the first one. So I'm going to lead us now in a meditation, and there's going to be 3 very simple parts to it. I'm just going to guide you through your seated posture and become aware of your body and your breathing. Then we're going to deliberately breathe in and out for an equal amount. And what happens is that actually balances your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system so that you enter a state that's both relaxed and alert. And then I'm just going to let go of any breath control, and we're just going to try and bring some of that curiosity that we had for the pencil to the breath. So taking some time just to make sure you're comfortable in your seat. You might want your back just slightly away from the chair, and just making sure that your feet are flat on the floor, and you can just rest your palms in your lap. And just making sure there's plenty of space down here for the belly to move. And we can do that very subtly, changing our posture with our breathing. So you might be able to imagine that there's a string coming out of the top of your head. And as you breathe in, it's just very slowly and subtly pulling you up. And as you breathe out, you can almost rest on that string. The string's like taking the weight of your head. And just notice the breath coming in and down into the belly. Just get a sense of the speed and rhythm of the breath. And as though the movement is guided by the breath, just very gently beginning to move your arms up and down in time with the breath. So breathing in, the arms come up. Breathing out, the arms come down. Breathing in, the arms come up. Breathing out, the arms come down. Keeping the palms soft and the fingers soft. Letting the breath guide the movement. Now I'm just going to count up to 4 and breathe in as I count up to 4. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and then breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, belly expands, 3, 4. Breathing out, belly relaxes, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And you might feel some subtle differences in your nervous system already. You might feel like there's more information in the body. Just letting go of any inclination to control your breath now. So letting the breath be natural. And you can rest your hands on your knees or lap. And without trying to control the breath in any way, just noticing how effortlessly we can breathe. And maybe you can notice the subtle sensations of air coming in through the nose and out again. Slightly cooler air coming in, slightly warmer air coming out. And just notice where in your body you can feel the sensations of the breath the most. Perhaps in your belly or your chest. Perhaps in the back of the throat. Maybe you can get a sense of the subtle movement of the breath as your clothes very lightly brush against your skin. Breathing in, you're renewing each cell with oxygen in your body. Breathing out, you're cleansing the blood of carbon dioxide. Breathing in, energizing. Breathing out, cleansing and relaxing. Just letting the sensations themselves answer the question, what is it like to breathe? Noticing any labels the mind offers you for the breathing experience, and going under those and back to the breath, back to the experience itself. And I'm going to be silent for a few moments now and just see if you can keep your focus on your breath. And if your mind gets distracted by thinking or memories or planning, just noticing that and coming back to the breath without any judgment. So if the mind's wandered, just bringing it back to this breath with a sense of curiosity. What is it about this breath that is unique? Maybe you can notice the sounds of the breath. And as we gently draw this meditation to a close, just noticing the sounds in the room around you, maybe the feeling of your hands in your lap and your feet on the floor. Just softly opening your eyes, maybe keeping the gaze down if that's more comfortable for you. Letting the light enter your eyes and becoming aware of your surroundings. And just noticing any difference in feeling in the body, in the mind, in your emotional state after that meditation. And some of you may have had the experience there in those moments of quietness, of thoughts about that pencil, new ideas for the pencil coming unbidden into the mind. And if you didn't, just notice the rest of the day how your mind might just throw you some new ideas. And the purpose of that really is to show you, or the purpose of me asking you to do that is to show you that so much of our creative thinking happens without our help. We have to really try and solve a problem. And the best thing we can do is walk away, do something else, enter a calm, relaxed state where our body can actually get in touch with its own intuition and then give us the answers. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me in that meditation. I hope that was useful. Feel free to ask me any questions at tom@drawbreath.com or get in touch with me on Instagram @drawbreath. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I hope you feel nice and calm after that.